I mentioned in my last podcast about how I made the atheism video and I was completely wrong and my opinion got ripped to shreds. I mean, destroyed, right? And it didn't hit me until I guess I reheard the podcast that, oh, I've actually been able to take criticism now. And it doesn't affect my ego. Because I mentioned it before. As a kid, you couldn't correct me. I wasn't going. I wasn't. You could say I could be dead wrong. But you feel like you can correct me? I ain't going. I wasn't. So for me to be able to go through me being dead to wrong, I mean, as wrong as possible, and still be able to take the critique, to me, feels like, makes me understand that me being wrong doesn't affect my ego no more. Because that's really mainly what it was. The feeling of not wanting to be corrected is the feeling of not wanting your ego to be damaged or associating your ego with you being correct, or the feeling of absoluteness, I guess. And now that me being wrong, I'm okay with me being wrong, I think I've kind of shed that side of the ego. Like, I'm not mainly worried about it. I'm not really worried about whether I'm right or wrong. Actually, I encourage wrongness because I know now that, okay, I was wrong on this. Now that something like this comes up, I can be right. I can be accurate in what I'm saying and not wrong. You have to I had to allow myself the room to be wrong. I think I carried this image of trying to be perfect so much, but still be me, that I didn't really allow room for wrong. I didn't allow room for mistakes. So now that I allow room for mistakes and I allow mess ups and I allow just absolute wrongdoings to occur, I've relinquished the control that the perfection had on me. I no longer feel that form of perfection. I don't really care for perfection. I don't no more. You get what you get. You get me. 100% me. I'm not gonna try and be somebody I'm not for the purpose of trying to gain attention or appease an expectation. I don't care. I don't care. And this is just for in general. Being wrong doesn't affect your ego. You can be wrong and still feel validated in yourself. You just have to remove the perfection that is attached to your ego. You got to remove that perfection that you feel you carry with you. All great people make mistakes. It's just, how do you respond to your mistake? How do you respond to your mess up? How do you respond to that feeling of, I'm not wrong, I don't want to be corrected? How do you respond to that? That's what great people do. They know how to do that great. They know how to respond effectively. They say, okay, thank you for correcting me. They appreciate the correction because now they know. Now they know better. Now they know they won't get it wrong next time. People like me you give me correction, I don't like it. I'm now confrontation about it. Or I would just dust you off.